fan show, friend of the show, my man, Coach Carm, Siena Saints, third year as the head coach there. What's up, Carm? How you doing, brother?
Well, Bossman, I'm great. Great to see you. Great to hear you. And thanks for having me on again. It's always a pleasure just catching up.
No doubt, bro. It's been 3 years. We're doing this for 3 years, man. Can you believe it already? 3 years, the head coach. We've been doing this, man.
Yeah, it's, I wish, you got to have maybe a body cam on me so everyone knows the day-to-day rigors of being a head coach. And I would like to know how many decisions I make without even really knowing I'm making decisions, and people have no idea about that process with this job.
No doubt, man. And let me ask you this, man. Your program, you've been learning this for 3 years. Tell me, in your words, how it's changed for you since you got there as the head man in 19. We used to have assistant coach, but 19 being the lead guy and having this COVID year is your second year, as you're trying to build a foundation of culture now in year 3, trying to start over again here.
Yeah, you get in a rhythm, especially, being a first-time head coach, and we were playing really well. And, we were 10-10 at one point, and before that we had a losing record in my first season, went on a little win streak, and then obviously COVID hits, and then all of last year we played through it, and, the second longest pause basically in the country before we started, I think, early January. And then to still be able to, salvage a season and manage to win a regular season title and break a school record for consecutive wins, between the two seasons, something we're proud of. But now, like you said, just all the foundational pieces, how you want to do everything on a day-to-day basis, the culture as everyone wants to talk about. And, you're fighting for that culture every day. You're doing everything right all the time, even when no one's looking. And, you're holding the guys accountable, and your staff's holding the guys accountable, and the staff's holding the staff accountable. And, that's how you have a good program and guys are invested. I think we're in a great spot. I got a great group of guys. They really enjoy being around each other. One of my captains, Anthony Gaines, came from Northwestern, and he was a 2-time captain there in the Big Ten, and he wanted the guys all to sign a contract. So, he came up with some non-negotiables of what's expected of them every day in practice. And you know what? They give it up every day in practice, and we continue to get better. So I'm just really excited for this season to start. We open up the College of St. Rose, which is a Division II program here in Albany in the NE10. We'll play them a week from, today. So the 25th of October, Monday night at the Times Union Center. And we're just excited to get back in there and play some Siena Saints basketball.
And have fans too, Carmen, because, being in Memphis and in Miami the past couple of weeks, it felt good to be around fans again. I hadn't felt fans booing me or telling me, screw you, in over a year and a half.
Yeah, no, our fan base is passionate. That's what makes Siena so special. They expect to win every time we step on the floor, as do we. And we get over 6,000 fans a night. So it's really enjoyable. I can't wait to see them all. I'm excited. My wife and daughter and my little boy all get to come to the games. My mom and dad, my sister, her husband, so many friends and family too. So, it truly is a family affair here at Siena.
No doubt, man. And let me ask you, you guys actually got to be on campus this summer and work out and build camaraderie. How was that? Because I know when I played, man, when I was in Atlanta to myself, it wasn't the same being in Tennessee State with my guys pushing me. How was it for your young men this summer, and spring as well?
Yeah, you know what? I think it was interesting, so you have 8 weeks in the summer. Guys are taking some summer courses. Guys are getting acclimated with learning each other and how they are as people on and off the court. And, just how we do things, right? With everything, with how we take notes and how we do team meetings and team building. And so it was awesome. I'm lucky, here they let us work in the summer and, guys can get ahead on their academics and take a harder course where they don't have to worry about it during the season. And, for me, it was great. And then also you kind of, see, probably get a snapshot of, maybe what some of the hurdles may be during the season. If you can see different personalities or how guys take coaching, we've done everything, through the NCAA. We were able to take a personality test. So that was great. And then on top of that, we did the program, which is Navy SEAL training. And then we have Greg Graber come in, who works with, the Memphis Grizzlies and LSU and Marquette. And so, we've been able to do a bunch of things to build our group. We had Monday morning meetings where we always read an article together and talked about it and just, basically homework. And then we also worked on our offensive and defensive vocabularies in the summertime. So we were bringing everybody up to speed on our language. So I think, there's always work to be done, but the ability to get a lot done in the summer really helped us gel now. So I was able to, really take our time and work on our defense too this offseason. So it's been great, man. It really has. And I think the biggest key is every year is different and you have to navigate it, differently with what type of plan and how you're implementing things. And then also your players' learning styles, right? They may learn differently from a year to the next. You may have different guys that, want to learn one way versus another. And so that's my job to figure that out. I'm not just trying to be a teacher that's going to give the same lesson plan every year and not make any changes and not adapt. I mean, coaching, that's why I love it. Every day is different. Every day is going to be a challenge in one way or another, whether it's, preparing a lesson or preparing how you're going to introduce a new offensive set or defensive scheme. And so for me, that's great because everything is new and fresh, and you got to be able to adapt and change and grow.
No doubt. Like, self-scouting for me on the radio is the same thing with me on the radio. Self-scouting, like, for me, is big. When I go cover the Falcons, the Hawks, the Braves, self-scouting, well, I say it on the interview, so I can be better next time. For me, like you said, Carm, I want to learn every day. I want to be the greatest ever at this thing. You know what I'm saying? So I want to learn every day how to be better, build relationships even better than I do every day. So I'm with you, man. Like, the process, I love it. I don't want to ever let this thing get stale where it gets boring. I want there to be some interest and fun for listeners and my guests as well, brother.
Yeah, no, it's like you said, when you do what you love, it's never a job, right? It's never work. It may, be a lot of work, but it's enjoyable and you're passionate about it. I mean, you're never working a day in your life.
Especially when I'm covering the teams I love anyway.
And then on top of that, the teams you love when they're winning, right?
Yes. Yes, I've suffered. Personally, that we've suffered with the Falcons, and the Hawks were bad for a little while. There, the Braves were too. So it was hard, man. Yes, indeed. Now, Carm, you have a veteran roster, man, with some young guys in the pipeline. Tell us about that roster you put together, and how cool is that guys come up to Albany and play for you in your program, knowing it's been a national brand for you for years. Siena has.
Yes. So, we got 3 really talented freshmen, Tylen Owens from down your way, Cherokee High School down in Georgia. Then we got Javian McCullum from Fort Myers High School in Florida, really quick guard, can shoot it from anywhere on the floor. And then we got Jared Billups, who's just, a hybrid wing who can kind of do a little bit of everything, defensive presence, phenomenal athlete, and just a guy that's always willing to learn and grow. So those are our 3 freshmen. Then we got, a kind of a mixed batch of transfers. We got Mike Terzi, who transferred from University of Rhode Island to Gannon, and they didn't have a season. And then he came here. So he's playing his COVID bonus year for us. Jordan Kellier came from Utah. So he's got 3 years left. Kobe Rogers from Cal Poly, he's got 3 years left. Jace Johnson from Middle Tennessee State, he's got 2 years left. So, we got a mix and match. And then Michael Baer from Iowa, who was he was a manager and he grew from 6'3" to 6'7", and now he's, and then he was a walk-on at Iowa, and then he got 2 degrees, and now he's here working on his master's and he's on scholarship. So we'll have him for 2 years. So just a real mixed bag of guys that all came with, the just kind of, I guess, inner fortitude to come and help do this thing the way we want to do it. And they realize there's a big opportunity. And also there's, a reputation, like you said, for Siena, and we expect to win. Our fans expect us to win, and it's not like that everywhere. Not everywhere do you go and get 6,000, 7,000 fans a home game, and people are going to care and say hello to you in the barbershop, or say hello to you, in the coffee spot, or in the mall, or just walking in the grocery store. I mean, it's what makes Siena basketball so special, is that people care about it, and so that's that's an honor and a privilege, and we got to make sure we're ready to go every night and day.
I know Siena was prominent when I was a young man growing up. I always knew about Siena, their basketball program. It's always been something. So it's a national brand. Like, you got guys from all over, which proves the fact that, hey, Siena is a known entity, and Albany is a great city, the capital of New York, So, hey, you can't beat that, and playing for you. So you're a cool guy. I'll vouch for you in a heartbeat. This play for this man. He's a cool dude, man. And you recruit Georgia. You got Kobe Rogers and Mr. Owens from Covington and Canton, Georgia, right in the Atlanta area. So, hey, we definitely got your back. You recruit ATL guys for sure, brother.
Hey, I'll make sure I look you up when I'm down that way. Hopefully we can hit a Falcons game too. That'd be great.
Most definitely, man. And let me ask you this about your schedule. It's very regional, but you got some good opponents. American down in DC, with Georgetown as well. You got talk about the schedule you have, and with you all being good as you have been. How hard is it to schedule games with knowing you all won in the MAC so much? Guys really don't want to play you.
Yeah, it's we always want to play the best. We always want to get ready for MAC conference play. So, I love being able to play a Big East school. My first year we played at Xavier. This year we'll play at Georgetown. Obviously, Coach Ewing does a great job, and my former coach, Louis Orr, is there as an assistant to him, who played on the Knicks with Patrick. And we open up at the number 23rd ranked team in the country, St. Bonaventure. So anytime that's on the schedule, you're opening up against a nationally ranked team. That's pretty special, just for the growth of our guys, right? We want to be playing the best basketball we can in March during the conference tournament. And so we want to challenge ourselves in everything we do. And that starts in practice. That starts, making sure we're doing the best we can in the classroom and doing the best we can in the community. So my non-conference schedule is the same. We'll play home against Delaware, who should be a favorite to win the Colonial. We'll play Harvard and Yale, the Ivy, who are both going to be, contending for an NCAA tournament bid there. Then we'll play, tough Patriot League schools, American, Bucknell, Holy Cross, and Army. So it's, for me, we want to challenge ourselves in all that we do, and no better way to do that than playing a challenging non-conference slate, and then also being mindful of the guys in school, right? We don't want to have them miss too much class, so try to keep it as regional as possible, and we'll go from there. We'll just lace them up and hoop it up and see where we end at that buzzer.
Hey, I have an idea for you. I know it might be far-fetched. Maybe a Georgia Tech, Kennesaw State double, maybe and Josh can take care of you. A Thursday, Saturday, I can show you around Friday. Hopefully Sunday get a Falcon game, maybe. I'm just throwing it out there to you.
Hey, sounds good to me. I know Amir and I know Josh. So it's just a matter, we have so many contracts locked in for multiple things. But that's the tough part. But no, man, as always, a pleasure. And like I said, I'll keep in touch. I'll let you know when I'm swinging through.
No doubt. I got one more for you, Carm. Tell me about your new staff members, man, and how they gel with your roster and your guys, man. I know we have to hire new people. It's always tricky, but want that process. How was it to find these guys to work with you and your staff and be a part of your program going forward, man?
Oh, it was actually a blessing. I was able to hire my mentor, a guy who'd been in the NBA for almost 2 decades with the Utah Jazz, Bobby Castagna. He's originally from Brooklyn, New York. He moved out to California. He coached me when I played at New Hampshire. Just great. He's my defensive coordinator, and, just a wealth of knowledge, and he helps kind of mentor my staff too. So I don't have to, worry about that as much. I was able to promote Greg Fahey, who's a tireless worker who, he worked at St. Benedict's Prep. He was a Division III assistant, on top of being a GA coming from Providence. And then I was able to promote Matt Miner, who was my special assistant, to director of ops. I hired my special assistant, Jonathan Pickett, who's a local guy. And then I hired Marcus King from Tennessee Tech, who I've known just, throughout the years. We actually, became friends watching games at the Hoop Hall Invitational Martin Luther King weekend in Springfield, Massachusetts. And we just kept in touch ever since. And I actually was thinking about hiring him when I first got the job, but I didn't think it made sense with him coming from, Lee Junior College in Baytown, Texas. But then with the relationships he's built and developed and what he's learned, and, him having seen the Division I side at Tennessee Tech too, and just the way he relates and communicates with the players at such a high level, he's such a valuable asset too. So, really happy with the staff I have. It's great. We're hungry, we're driven, we're motivated, and these guys come just, making each day a joy. So it's awesome.
Man, Carmen, man, looking forward to you, brother. Hey, I'll be cheering for you, man. You already know that, man. I will text you on Sunday during the game, of course, as we watch and hope we get a victory on Sunday, man.
Right? No, we gotta see if we can get these next couple W's here for the Falcons, and we'll be in pretty good shape. So,
no doubt. Hey, man, you be safe, brother. I'll talk to you real soon, man.
You too, boss man. Thanks so much, bud.
See you, man.
All right. Bye.
Bye.